What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny, back in here with another reaction video. Today we digging deep. We digging deep into history, and we're gonna share some wisdom with the masses. Today we Abraham Lincoln. We covering 1863 Gettysburg Address. And the reason I'm going back to 1863 is because I know it was before 1865, and I know they're gonna say black people were still slaves and blah blah blah. But Frederick Douglass was already free. And two of my favorite Frederick Douglass quotes were, knowledge makes a man, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave, and once you learn to read, you will forever be free. The difference is I have the internet and Frederick didn't. So he had to walk around sharing his message and enlighten people. I'm able to sit in front of a computer and reach thousands, hopefully millions of people eventually. With that being said, please hit the like button for me. If you have not, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are trying to run it up to 1 million. And if you like the message, share this video so someone else can learn about Abraham Lincoln. Now, this speech is not in Lincoln's voice. It's by a guy named Jeff Daniels, but it is the exact speech that Lincoln gave in 1863.
Fourscore-and-7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war.
1863, my guy said all men are created equal. And here the masses are in 2021 trying to convince me that the white man is my enemy. He could have said, you know what? F them motherfuckers, keep them in slavery. I don't give a damn. He could have said that, and I wouldn't be making this video right now. So I got to take off them blinders that the Matrix put me in and realize, hold on. It was white people fighting white people in the Civil War. And you can say, well, the Civil War wasn't about slavery or blah, blah, blah. It was about money. Whatever you want to say it was about. At the end of the day, I'm free. Let's proceed.
Testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us.
And like he said, the world can never forget. And so with all these tearing down the statues and trying to erase American history, we're trying to change the truth. And whether you like history, it isn't for you to feel good about it. It's for you to look back and acknowledge and move forward. I'm so tired of this 1619 project and its critical race theory stuff, trying to show black people has been inferior their entire existence in America. Like I said, there's a book called Black Fortunes where it shows that there was 6 black millionaires right after the Emancipation Proclamation. So during this time, there was black people already getting it on their own out the mud, thugging it out. Robert Smalls became a congressman approximately 12 to 15 years after this in 76. And he was a slave in the Confederates. History, people, if you want to know anything, that all of us come from greatness. Every single one of us are connected in some way, shape, or form. And we all have come from something great, and we all have the power to do something great.
The living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Man, and that was government by the people, for the people. And last time I checked, we are the people. We got to take back control of our government. Since 1863, things have changed and we've kind of lost control. And for some reason, the masses think that the government needs to give us health care. The government needs to give us free schooling. The government needs to take care of our children. The government needs to be mama, daddy, grandpa, pastor, and daycare provider on the weekend so I can go to the club. Self-responsibility is the key to life. I'm a firm believer that discipline equals freedom. And I'm also a firm believer that there's no way to have equal rights without equal responsibilities. So with that being said, government ain't responsible for anything. I don't want the government infringing on my rights any way, shape, or form. You stay over there, you do your thing, and I'm a rock this. And to hear the way you heard him talk, I mean, listen to how proud he was of his nation. Look how he spoke of God. Look how he spoke of the forefathers. We don't have any of that in 2021. And my mind is, what do we have in the year 2351? Because everything gets distorted by the winner. And we all know when Lincoln was assassinated, the guy said the South has been avenged. We all know Andrew Jackson was his proceeder and established the Trail of Tears, which sent the natives on their way. And we also overlooked that Native Americans also owned African slaves. All of this thing is real messy and real tricky. And I just want to open it up to say history is history. No one should be judging anyone. I'm not responsible for my great-great-granddaddy did. Nor are you. Let's just be good people. Let's move forward. And let's have a good time in life. I'm going to come at you with a lot more history videos. We're going to keep opening this thing up, opening Pandora's box, and seeing what real history is, what people had to say out their mouth. Oh, they mouth. Not what the mainstream media distorted us, not the stop, cut, clip, let me get that sound bite. No, we're not doing that. So thanks for watching the video. Like the video, share the video. Until next time, spread love, spread positive vibes, and we are out.